going live. Okay. All right. All right. Come on. There we go. All right. All right. There we go. We did it.
Yeah.
I've never done that before. Okay. Now we're good to go. We are live.
We are live?
Hello.
Are you sure?
I am 100%. All right. I'm 100% sure. In fact, to the point where. There we go. Welcome. Right. There we go. We did it.
Yep.
This
is freaking nuts.
So this
We
is
are
really,
live?
This is
Are you sure?
I am 100%.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So this is the actual live. We.
Okay, so what I'm seeing, it's behind.
Way too many places.
Yes.
But there we go. Okay. I fixed it. So now that's you, and then this is me, and we can only see that if I do this.
So we're on super delay.
Well, yeah. So the super delay is YouTube specifically.
Okay.
If
Got
I do
it.
this, we can see you. If I do this, I can see both of us, kind of.
Got it.
Which we don't really need. This is more like, when Allie is in the room, if she's here.
Cool.
And when Amani's in the room, we could probably move this too.
Don't take my Oprah light, man. You're taking my Oprah light.
I think I'm gonna put it.
That's so rude.
That way.
That's so rude.
I'm almost positive I can see you here. Yeah.
What the hell? Okay, we're back. Kind of, sort of better.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. I mean, I like my Oprah light. That's good.
Because,
okay, so those.
Because the idea here is, like, we are doing a quote unquote, it's sort of a podcast, but the
right.
point is that we don't really care about the cameras that are in the room, because there's enough cameras to where, like, if we do something interesting, it'll be caught on camera.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it's more important that we are having fun and we're, like, in the zone. So
yep.
Whatever makes you more comfortable, then that's what makes for a better podcast. And also, why is there a feedback? I'm not sure where the feedback is. Check. Well, maybe. Oh, that's not good. We gotta fix.
There's no like hyphens or anything in your handle on YouTube, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You the lobby or the door? Ah, sweet. Okay. Cool.
Okay, everybody. So just to give you some perspective.
Oh, the door down there. Shoot.
This is the third try. Hopefully, third try is the charm.
That'd be easier.
So I am here doing a live chit chat, really, not very structured podcast with my friend Taylor. You'll be able to see all of us if you go to YouTube at his handle at the bottom, and then you can see Taylor. You'll be able to see me. You'll be able to see Allie and whoever else enters the room. I have no idea what this conversation is going to look like, but we're going to have some freaking fun while we do it.
All right. Cheers. I'm going to make myself a
Say
drink
hi.
really quick.
Say hi to my peeps.
Hello.
Come on here, my little smooch.
How's it going? Mwah. Hello. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. We are having fun. We are being crazy. We're just doing all the crazy things.
It's like if ADD squirrels ran a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
And they don't have their Ritalin.
I think squirrels gave us ADHD.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
That's
so
how it happened.
That's what's happening in our situation. Cheers.
With some ice?
Yeah, I will.
Monty, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Allie said she's gonna come. She just left. But we are.
So we'll be here chit-chatting, but I put Taylor's handle at the bottom if you want to go to YouTube and see. Then you'll be able to see kind of the whole room with everybody in it. There'll be multiple people here. We're just gonna like.
The best part about this is that you guys get the exclusive VIP view of Making Up for Gloss Time. Jen, which one do you prefer, Jen? Babe?
Jen. Huh?
Babe, Jen.
Babe's good too.
Okay, so you get my baby girl's exclusive VIP view.
I love when you call me my baby girl. It makes me so happy.
And then if you guys want to see like some more craziness, you can like maybe like open a different tab. I don't know what you want to do, but if you want to see the craziness from over here, we have at least two camera angles, but more importantly, you're gonna get the real view if you just keep it here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep it locked here. This is all you're really gonna need. You're gonna get all the important stuff watching right here. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, or you'll be able to watch real time as I get drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
One or the other.
Yeah, and if you want to see more, there's more angles. That's okay.
If you want to see extra angles of me getting drunk, it'll be really fun.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like that show Drunk History. Did you guys ever watch that
Drunk
show?
History is so
oh my
fun.
God! If you've never watched that show, it's hilarious. It's a whole bunch of people like drinking cocktails and then trying to like tell historical stories. And the drunker they get, the funnier the stories become. It's one of the funniest shows I've ever watched. But I feel like that's where this is headed.
Especially if Imani gets into it.
Yeah.
Because he's actually a very observational. He's like the co-host, even though like unofficially. You want a croissant?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Exactly.
Are we gonna start talking at any point, or are we just gonna like fuck around?
We already have. So that's the best part.
You want a croissant?
Yeah, that's the best part. Like, see, the type of podcast that you're gonna remember is the one that like.
Yeah.
When it's over, you're like, wait a minute, we that was a podcast?
Hey, yeah.
And
That may be what you're saying at the end of this.
Yeah, and it's like there's no point. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah. Thank you, babe.
So that microphone next to you, the microphone next to you is gonna be for.
I can't. I she knows. Hold on.
So this microphone is eventually gonna be for somebody. Like
Okay.
Maybe Imani, because Allie's probably gonna be moving around taking pictures.
Hi, baby. How are you?
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Welcome, our veteran.
Nice to see you again.
And co-host Imani
Mwah.
Wilson.
Good to see you, my love.
Thanks.
Even though he is an hour late, we started an hour late, so technically
Yeah.
we're right on time.
This is Hot Mess Nightmares. This is just Hot Mess Nightmare Express.
What I
Oh,
miss?
It's a show about nothing. Yes, it's basically Seinfeld. If Seinfeld was a podcast.
What I miss?
You missed nothing. You
I
missed
like
him
that.
running around like
I
a
like
squirrel. I
Is
said
it-
this is like a podcast hosted by
Seinfeld-
squirrels with ADHD.
Yeah, that's the start usually.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So there is no structure. I have no questions in advance. I have no idea what we're going to wind up talking about.
So we're gonna focus on your camera as being your angle,
Okay.
and if my viewers want to see a better angle than what I'm showing you, you're gonna have to go follow her on Instagram at Makingupforglossedtime. I'm gonna try to put it like in the description or something. But if you want to see a better shot than this, then you got to go to Instagram for that, because that's where she is the queen. She's just nice enough to come join us and tell us all about her gloss up.
My gloss up.
Ooh, I like that. I've never used
Ooh.
that. The gloss up.
Ooh.
Why not? You know what I mean?
Hello.
Yeah. So this one is kind of like my way of showing, like, the fact that this room is open. Because I used to sit back there,
Yeah.
and everything that's out and about used to be right here, and it was like hard to like see people.
Right.
I was like, I can't really see you. Monty, you can turn the light on if you want.
What?
You can turn the light on. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I also got you a sandwich if you want.
Hand, wrist, elbow, wrist,
If
wrist.
you want, I have a different one. I have a ham sandwich or
God bless you, the 9 people who are sitting here putting up with all of this shenanigans. This is crazy.
Alright, cool, bet.
You know how hard I try to give you value. Tonight might not be about value. It might be just about shit show. Behind the scenes shit show. Like, I mean, I feel like you guys have all seen me pretty damn unfiltered, so I don't think it really is going to be anything new for you, but I don't know that you've seen me half in the bag, so let's go for
Yeah,
that.
there is a whole level of respect towards somebody that can have fun and also not be too worried about what it is that they're doing.
I do need a refill, Mary Lynn. Thanks.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
This bartender's a little...
Yeah,
It's
you're
tough to be
fucking
the
dumb.
bartender and the host and also squirrely.
Ice?
Yeah. You got it?
Gotcha. Would you like some more bourbon?
Fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? When in Rome, drink bourbon. Eat
Yeah.
something also. I love it. Robin, you're on the live, so you can see it on YouTube, okay? Good.
You live close enough to turn into our second co-host.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. What's nice is that I literally live walking distance from here, so if I need to walk home, I can. Or it's a $5
It's one of
Uber
those
ride.
things where it's like, like if we end up having so much fun where like it turns out to be tomorrow, like you're right next home.
I mean, seriously.
I mean, it doesn't really matter when we.
I've woken up in worse places in my lifetime, so it wouldn't be the worst thing to happen to me. To sit on this couch with this crazy looking thing behind me.
I mean, Allie's first podcast, I had no idea that we were gonna talk for that long, which was amazing. That's the best part. Is when it's like whoa.
I said to walk home. No. Yeah, or an Uber, for sure.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be a cheap Uber. It'll be like a $5 Uber around the corner, so that'll work.
They'd be like, dude, you should have walked.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes when I do DoorDash, I'm like, dude, why did you make me do this?
I know.
You could have just walked, like the McDonald's next to the street.
Exactly. All right, not too heavy on the burger.
That's
Thank
right,
you.
okay.
That's good. I'm gonna be
So there's a little bit.
I'm gonna be flammable by the time I get out of here. Okie dokie. Let's put some extra ginger in that situation. Hi, Jill. Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show. How's it going? On YouTube, we are basically just hanging out. We're here. We're gonna get into the interview in a second, but this is the best part about Jen and I is that we're literally just hanging out. Oh, this is kind
We
of
do
like
kinda just hang out.
isn't it? Or minus
It's-
off center. I'm
Hey, Marilyn. So
Awesome.
yeah, so today
Molly's
was
here,
some content.
Jen's here.
I actually got some
Allie's
content
here.
done,
Where
which
is
was good.
She's here?
She didn't come get you? Oh fuck.
Oh, I got in through the door.
I honestly.
Hi, Jill. So
I didn't know she was coming down.
I'm here at my friend Taylor's, and Taylor and his friend Imani run a podcast, basically a live cast. So we're also on YouTube right now. So if you want to see all the angles and see them and all of us, there's going to be like 3 and 4 of us in a room at some point, just having a chat. I have literally no idea what to expect from tonight, so we're just winging it.
For the help though.
And
You want bourbon?
Sorry.
Ginger? Or
And thanks, Mary Lynn. I appreciate that, honey. And so, yeah, I'm so used to being part of podcasts where everyone's like, middle-aged women, and we're talking about hot flashes, and I got these two 30-something. How old are you, Taylor?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm 32. He's younger.
32. Bless them.
I'm 22. So.
That's funny.
Yep.
What is this?
And then the lovely Allie. Say hi, Allie. Come on in. Say hi to my peeps. Hi, everybody. So so Allie and I were talking in the lobby. Allie's 42 and I'm 52. So we've got we've got the decades covered, I think. We've got the decades covered. We've got the decades. We've got the decades covered. We've got the decades covered. It's covered. We've got the decades covered. We've got the decades covered. Okay, I'm gonna get a seizure.
Oh.
This is a hot mess. Okay, I am drinking.
Do you have a wireless microphone for your iPhone? That'd be really clever if you had a. Yeah. You do? No, yeah. That's always a good idea. It's like that way, if the camera was like, a few feet away from you, you could still hear the camera. I could have been more prepared. That's just like, I'm just like, thinking out loud.
Yeah, I could have been more prepared. I was here.
No, what? That's not what I was talking about. That's not at all what I was talking about. Silly dude.
Beer and bourbon, that is a hot mess. It's ginger beer, not beer. Ginger beer when I drink it. I love your content, I'm an old lady. I love it.
And I want to stress the fact that like this might seem crazy, but we never ever have ever tried to do something the correct way.
Yeah.
And so far,
I mean, correct is overrated.
yeah, and so far most people. Oh wait, that can be your mic if you want. If you point it kind of towards because maybe because we're actually there. No, this is what my ADD has. No way. We can do. But you can do that. told me like, oh my god, I can't wait to start my podcast. Why? What do you mean? Just start doing something.
Yeah.
The ones that are doing really, really, really well have been going for like 6 years. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're excited to make your podcast perfect, you'll never have a podcast.
True.
No, I mean, you can say you were big, but now.
This is the epitome of don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Amani and I just decided like the best way to have fun is like just keep being weird and having.
Yeah, I'm into weird. I can do weird.
Yeah, just do stuff. If it falls apart, cool. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Okay, all right. So, the light is in the way of
I just
Allie.
want to say that this whole universe came through chaos. So
Through chaos.
that's what we're doing.
I can hear you. 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 I can hear you.
Hello. Mm-hmm. You should move this again.
Definitely a niche.
I'm gonna put this on the computer again.
Okay.
Allie, put your.
Okay, so we're gonna move my open lighting again.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Give it back. All right.
There we go.
All right.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yep, that's good.
Okay.
All right. Rock and roll.
Now we can see kind of Allie, kind of. If we do this, we can see that's Jen, and then that's hello Amani. If Amani wasn't there, we could see Allie a little better. Yeah, there's Allie. Okay, we can kind of see Allie now. And then this is all of us, or mainly me. Okay, there we go. Now you can see most people. You can see most people now. So, Amani, how's your day been?
Pretty good. It's been. I mean, this is probably going to be the funnest part of the day. I just telework today, so.
Okay. Yeah, this is me teleworking. Okay, cool. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
All right. So, Jen,
Yes.
would you please tell the audience what it is that you do and why you love doing it?
Oh shit, I don't know what I do, and I'm half in the bag now. I'm telling you, so I don't know. I'm an over 50 content creator, motivational speaker, and confidence coach. So I create content online on Instagram at Makingupforglossedtime, on my website at glossworld.com, and I do individual coaching, I do group coaching, and I also do speaking gigs from time to time. And I gave up my 25-year career in corporate last year. Actually, yesterday was a year ago to the day that I quit my job. Yeah, after a 25-year career in sales and training and sales leadership, I walked away from a big job at a big company and decided to do this full time to create a life by design.
All right. And are you enjoying it?
You know, it's a shit show.
Are you enjoying the shit show?
Yeah, I mean, welcome to the shit show. I mean, I think it's been an adjustment. I was used to having, a team and used to having structure and meetings and conference calls, and now you're in silo working and
Yeah.
trying to motivate yourself and trying to build a calendar on your own. So, yeah, it's been a challenge of just that adjustment, going from very structured
Okay.
days and a lot of stuff going on to other things. So, yeah. It's been good. And bad.
Have you tried tequila and ranch?
No, I have not.
I'm gonna give this to Amani,
Yeah.
unless you want the handheld.
I'm okay either way.
Thanks for the
I'm
celebratory
good here.
emojis,
As soon as this
guys.
falls,
then I'll
Yeah.
head over.
yeah.
The beverage is ginger beer and bourbon. Apparently, it's a Kentucky Mule without the.
So, do you think it's important? Obviously, you mentioned it, so I'm wondering: do you think it's important to mention the age, or is that just because that's just your go-to?
I don't think it's important to mention the age, but I'm not afraid to mention the age. I mean, I think the age is me. It's part of who I am, and it's part of my niche, so to speak. I mean, there are plenty of creators who are doing fashion, style, confidence content, but not a lot of people who are in my age bracket and who do it the way I do it. So yeah, I feel like it's part of my brand for sure. I'm a Gen X kid, so
Amen.
loud and proud.
Amen.
What the fuck?
Amen. Should we do like a game? Like, should we do like a explain that gram type of thing? Like, because I mean I haven't really gone through your Instagram too much, except I see you live all the time.
Yeah.
And it's always a party in there. Well, it's a party in there. It's a party because you. Some people when they go live on Instagram, they just sit there and like the first like half an hour is them talking to okay, we're just hanging out waiting for people. But you start and immediately you're like, hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah,
because
fucking lip balm and we're off to the races.
yeah, because like people watching the video later on are when they click it, they're ready for your energy.
Yeah.
When they click the video, they're not waiting around for your energy to start when you have people there.
Yeah.
So it's helpful, I think.
Yeah, well, I think I have a lot of OG diehard, community members
Who are probably here. So shout out to the OGs.
I can see. They said they can't hear me on YouTube. Give me a mic.
Oh. Let's see.
Is my mic not on?
No, it is. Let's see.
Thanks for the heads up, Nance. So. Hold on. Oh. Feedback.
That's a little better. Okay.
Feedback.
Good point. I gotta figure out where to get some. All my batteries are.
Yeah.
Back to the shit show.
Back to the shit show. Here we go.
Anytime we have this microphone, right?
You're one of 4 women over 50 that's rocking it on IG. Thank you, babes. I love you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her the wireless so that we don't have to like.
Jill, I did look scared, didn't I?
Wonder.
That's what's so funny. You guys are looking behind the scenes of, him asking me things and you going, let's play a game. What the fuck game is that going to be? I'm scared.
There we go. There's a little bit more audio. Okay, cool. And boom.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Gen
boom.
X forever. Boom. Yes, Rita.
Boom. 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 Boom.
Boom. I can't with you. So yeah, I mean, I think to answer your question about the lives, I've got a lot of, OG peeps, and most of them are in the chat right now. And so I think that helps, going live and seeing some faces and not faces, but names that in the chat is always helpful. So they're really good about, and it's appointment viewing for a lot of them. They know I'm going to be there Saturday at 11, and so that's, that's our chit chat.
There's like feedback.
It's like I'm talking to a fucking squirrel. I don't know what's happening.
I'm trying to figure out why there's so much feedback. Because I don't have any.
He likes the audio perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question. I'll ask a question.
Okay, Allie's going to ask me a question. Allie and I are going to run the podcast.
Fiddling.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Come in here, Al.
Okay.
It's going to be me and Allie. Hi.
Hear me.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So I was wondering, how regimented are you in figuring out what you want to talk to your audience about, and what does that look like for you? Or is it just like you wake up one day and you're like, you know what, today it's gonna be?
It's kind of that way.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like creativity is tough to schedule. I think for me,
Yes.
do you find that as a creative? I feel like creativity is not always, there are days when you need a certain type of energy to show up. And some days I have it and some days I don't. So on the days I have it, I try to do a bunch of shit. And on the days I don't, I'm like, hey, I guess I'm just going to watch Real Housewives today for a few hours. So I think, I want to say that it's super regimented, but it isn't. And I think that's partly because my structure is not in place, and I think I need to get more structured, admittedly. But I think also it is. Some of it, as a creative, it's showing up and trying to have the energy for it that day.
Right.
And it changes.
Also, you can feed off the feedback from
100%.
audience, too.
Yeah. So I find that like on days when I don't feel very creative, a lot of times going live is helpful because then I'm able to chat with everybody and get their energy and feed off of that. So that helps too. Good question.
Thank you.
I'm gonna upgrade the podcast.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna put a camera right here.
Yeah.
This way I can see more of the group.
Okay.
And
Nice.
Allie, which is talking.
Nice. So I've pinned. Oh, they're liking your shoes, Al.
Ooh.
We need a
Thank you.
fit
They're very
check.
uncomfortable, so I
I just got
appreciate
them.
Nice shoes,
feedback.
Imani.
I
Yeah,
grew
those
them
are cute
for
too.
you.
Let's have the outfit of the day, outfit of the night.
This is the Wink podcast sweatshirt.
Nice.
I don't know if you saw it, but someone's face
Yes,
is on the
sir.
back. This
Someone's
guy.
face is on the back.
We gotta fix this. We gotta fix this. So
Because he's so
Yes.
humble.
This
He puts his own
He's
face
a
on the
humble
back.
guy.
Yeah, he puts his
Well,
own face on
there
his
was
shirts.
I had a sponsor for my hoodie, but I didn't have a sponsor. The sponsor for that hoodie was
him.
put.
Was
I-
him.
He
Was him.
chose to be on the back.
Okay, and Al,
Right.
where's the shoes from, Al?
We have
Akira?
Yeah, and we missed, and you missed her fabulous coat, which I'm going to mug her for later.
Love the
She walked in,
glasses.
I'm like,
I
where the
hope
F
that
is this
back
coat
on
from?
eventually.
Anthropology, of course.
But yeah, so I'm trying to find some sort of person that can design
Hi, Anna.
clothing
Nice.
that can put his face over mine or next to it.
Yeah. Merch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got merch. I haven't put my own face on my merch yet, but
No.
you know, that requires a whole other level of.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have camera 3. All right.
Camera
There
3.
we go. And I think it's gonna look better here instead.
Okay.
All right. Now we got the squad over here.
Okay.
Look at that shot right there. Oh
So-
my goodness. Amani, your camera microphone actually good turn on.
So
Is
we're
it
doing a
on?
live
I don't
stream.
think so.
We need Rosie's face on merch,
Oh, yeah?
seriously.
Is it on?
We're doing a live stream. I've tagged the YouTube handle at the bottom here. So if you want to watch it there, you'll be able to see everybody in the chat.
Okay.
Oh,
But
Oh,
hi,
oh,
Io.
no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yep.
my love. So
Dishwasher's done.
The dishwasher's done.
dishes are done. So this is Welcome to the Shit Show.
Welcome
And
to the shit show.
for
Thanks
those
for
of you
joining.
that are here, you're going to see
So-
this behind the scenes. But if you want to see everyone, go to YouTube.
So we're trying. I'm working on getting Amani on some of these magazines. Do you guys use Caviar yet? Have you guys tried Caviar yet? No, you haven't tried Caviar yet. Do you guys like? Have you guys ever considered magazine, like putting yourself on a magazine?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Why not?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because I'm one person. And I can barely handle the shit I'm responsible for now. And I'm also, trying to learn all this tech that I'm completely inexperienced at. So,
That's not true.
yeah,
As a photographer,
yeah.
I could help you with
That would be amazeballs, Al. I would love all of that.
I would love that. So
Please
much.
and thank you. Can you edit video for me too?
Do you use Caviar?
I've used it a couple times. I should update my portfolio on there, honestly, but
Well, I mean, the portfolio, like the website itself, I don't think it's all that important to have like your profile all designed all pretty, but that's how I get all these magazines.
I've been on there one time. It's when I signed in, and
Robin, it could happen. I mean,
Yeah,
the way
I
tonight's
think that I
going, I
accepted
might
your
be
friend
unloading the
request
dishwasher. I have
also.
no idea.
I've worked
Except-
in this.
This is nothing like I've ever
dishwasher.
seen before. Someone said as long as they don't ask you to unload the dishwasher.
it's part of the show. Didn't you realize when you
Jen's gonna
showed
figure
up?
out where the fucking dishes go.
how did they know that's
the
part of
game
our show?
he was talking about.
This is the game that we were referring to earlier. How quickly can Jen unload Taylor's dishwasher, and can she put the shit in the right place?
I have almost way too many dishes for someone who lives alone. I have so many dishes.
I was just thinking about this. Sometimes I rotate my dishes. Like I
Like
just use the same one.
seasonally?
Like I end up just cleaning the same dish. So I'm like, what was the point in even having multiple dishes?
Yeah, yeah.
It's giving me a head spin, and I'm in the room, guys. I'm in the room, guys. I may have to turn off this live. My community's going. The fuck is this? I'm in the room, guys. 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 I'm in the room, guys.
So that's one of the things that we've recently added to the podcast because I bumped into Honeycomb on Omegle and we became friends. And then I was like, hey man, I'm just trying to follow in your footsteps. And he set up a looper so that I can first off do this. First off do this.
Okay, good.
First off,
Here's your content for Saturday Live.
First off do this. Basically I can make music through pretty much no effort. Oh.
It's amazing.
It's only fun because this podcast itself is just like how much pointless stuff can we do?
I don't think you needed to say that.
That's why I think the reason it's fun is because if I had told you all the questions I was going to tell you, you'd be like worried, like, oh, when did they ask me that question?
Right.
All the things.
Right.
So I am curious on how you went from I'm gonna be a 9 to 5 to a full-time influencer.
Okay, so during COVID, so my last job, I worked for Chanel. I was an account executive for the entire state of Virginia for fragrance and beauty.
Oh, it's my favorite.
So-
That's what Chanel Alert Home Sport. That's my favorite fragrance.
That's a good one. What's up? What's
Love
up?
Chanel.
Yeah, and so I was responsible for like training the teams and working with the stores and all that kind of stuff. So it was like it's a nice level corporate job. I had done that for the last 6 years. During COVID, part of my job was to teach the teams beauty counters, fragrance counters, how to sell, how to work with clients, the whole thing. And during COVID, when we were in lockdown, and we thought the world was going to go back to normal in 2 months, it was like, hey, no problem. And then when we realized it wasn't going to go back to normal, I was like, how the hell are we selling people lipstick and skin cream when half of their face is covered, we can't touch them, and they're 6 feet from us? And so I was like, we need to embrace this whole social media selling thing. And then I thought, I don't know shit about Instagram. This was 4 years ago, and I'm like, what the fuck is a hashtag? I didn't grow up with this shit. I didn't have Snapchat. I didn't get a camera phone until I was in my 30s. So there was that feeling of, I need to learn this platform because when I go back into stores, I want to be able to impart some knowledge, and maybe I can. So that was part of the impetus, yeah. And I was on some Facebook groups and things, just kind of like hanging out with people and just trying to connect and the whole thing. And then that developed into some content. And I started to put some content online, and to my surprise, the content took off. And the next thing I knew was a couple years later, and I had 100,000 followers.
That's amazing.
And so it was, and it was, some of it is kind of a surprise because you don't see this shit coming, especially for me at 50 at the time. I was like, who, what? Like, and everyone's like, you're an influencer. I'm like, I'm what? It wasn't the intention, but it was about like, hey, some content hit. People liked what I had to say. I was intentional about who I was creating for. I think that was the one thing I did right from the start, was say, okay, I want to create for women who are over 40 and beyond, because I felt like there was a lot of creators out there doing style, beauty, whatever, but they weren't in my age bracket.
Right.
And the ones that were in my age bracket were it seemed very kind of poised and professional, and I can be all of those things. But I'm also a foul mouth from Jersey, and I wanted it to feel like, hey, if your best girlfriend was an influencer, what would she tell you?
Yeah,
I'd be like, bitch,
you
and I know you're not going to do 10 steps of skincare. Who the fuck are you kidding? Like, you are lucky you get your makeup off at night with one wipe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was that feeling of, I'm going to show up as me and be authentically me.
Okay.
Foul mouth and all. And my people are going to find me. And so I have an island of mostly women who follow me because I'm foul-mouthed.
That's amazing
because they can relate then.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to like pretend to be somebody when you go do something.
100%. I mean, it was a conversation I've had a lot of times when I go and speak, and people ask about like, okay, what are your tips about, online and whatever? I'm like, as authentic as possible as you can be, because it's the surest way to avoid burnout.
Yes.
If you have to show up as, it's like if you're in a relationship and you're trying to pose the whole time, you're trying to show up as like some
character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you feel like you have to do that all the time.
Yeah.
And so for
But it's
me,
not
I was
really
like,
you.
no,
Yeah.
because then you're like, okay, I'm putting on a role here, and I don't want to put on a role. So I thought the more authentic I am, the people are going to find me, and if they're into me, great. And if they're not, there's plenty of other people out there doing this kind of content that do it in a different way.
Okay.
But I wanted it to feel like, this is my best girl, and she's going to tell me straight, and she's got the experience in beauty and all of that to tell me like, hey, this is what works, this is what I love. Don't buy that. You don't have to spend $200 on that cream. Like, there's a really good one you get for $50. Like, so that whole feeling of if your best friend was a creator.
Look,
I know
I got your
want
back.
it, but
Yeah.
like I know you might want it, but you don't really need it because like I tried it, it's not worth it. Or
Yeah,
something along those
yeah.
lines.
I mean, I think because there's good stuff, there's good products in all different price points, and I just really want. And so many women are intimidated going into these Sephoras and Ultas and department stores and all of that because it's like there's so many fucking brands now, and everybody's trying to sell you theirs and tell you that theirs is the best and don't buy that one because that one's a piece of shit. And I was like, you know what? If it's like a beauty concierge kind of service that I provide of, hey, I've been testing shit for 30 years. I started in beauty 30 years ago. And let me show you like the things that I think are worth spending on, stuff I keep going back for and buying over and over again. And so that's kind of where it came from. But then, and then it took off and I was like, holy shit, maybe I can make a career out of this. And then I thought,
Hell yeah.
you know, I had been in a corporate role that really morphed into being really kind of task oriented and a lot of execution of other people's ideas. And I didn't feel like I was being creative anymore. And I didn't feel like my creative voice was being heard anymore. And I was like, I'm not here to be a soldier. I'm here to be a general.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, this could be something where I can combine the things that I'm really great at and the stuff I really love and make a job description for me.
And do you feel like you found like the next era, or is just like a stepping stone to like the next thing you want to do?
I mean, I think, you know, originally I was like, I had no idea where this could go. I mean, my thought was, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I get to like 10,000 followers by the time I retire, and then I could have like a little side gig and make a little coin? And then all of a sudden I'm sitting at 100,000 followers and I'm like, holy fuck, what can I do with this?
And so that was just all organic growth of your audience?
Yeah, it was just all organic, you know, a couple viral moments that went wild that I didn't see would go viral and almost didn't post. And
you know what, I like this way you said that, because that is like the point of going viral is like, because like if you described it as a disease, right? Back in the day, going a viral disease, no one could have planned for that. That's why viral came out.
Right.
know? So going viral, if you can plan it, you might as well be already a production.
Yeah.
So the fact that you described it as like, oh, I didn't plan it, now I'm wondering what I can do, is good, because that means like you potentially could still recreate the things that helped you go viral.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's probably why people have followed, because they're like, well, I love this video. I wonder what she does, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Whether it was yesterday or a year ago, the people, that's what they're looking for. It's like, oh, cool, she's still doing this. Like, even though she posted this a month ago, a year ago, a day ago, a week ago, like. That's why we're trying, but every podcast is different. So there's no way to be like, oh yeah, if you like this podcast, you might like the next one.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, I think it is. It's this organic kind of growth, and I think that's part of the creative process too, right? It's not, oh, I go from A to Z and I've got it all figured out. It's, you know, we all kind of test some things, learn some things, what works, what hits, what doesn't, what feels good to us, what, you know, what angle, what lighting, what sound, whatever, you know, those things that come together for us, and you go, oh, I think I like how that felt, or that came together, and, you know, and apparently, you know, I go viral when I swear. So people love a middle-aged woman saying fuck.
Fuck yeah! Should we do a fucking cheers?
Fucking E! Cheers to that!
So this is every time we do something spontaneous, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
Every time.
And can I say that, like, I'm no virologist, but basically, what happens when a virus infiltrates the cell is it mutates it.
Right.
It changes the code.
Right.
And that's what's like I think most important. Yeah,
Damn.
that's what's most important to me.
You just got really deep, and I don't know if liquor's enough, but
yeah.
No, but I agree. But I feel it what you're saying, because I feel like it defined my brand.
Yeah, so DNA constantly, it's a resilient thing, right? But what makes it more resilient is the cell getting mutated, because basically it has to get stronger in order to keep replicating itself.
Totally.
So like the planned stuff is great, like it's DNA, right? It keeps going.
No.
It's all good. And but I think creatives, our job is to, I say our, but the job is to mutate that cell and make the DNA more resilient.
Totally.
Like,
and I'm not drunk enough to not be able to take what you just said and
it's
apply
what
it
you
to
said.
me.
He brought it up, and I was like,
I'm still sober enough to understand that and be like, you know what? I can relate to what you're saying, because So the first viral moment I had, I was sitting at like 3,000 followers.
Okay.
And it was like a lip sync reel. It was a stupid lip sync reel. Like I put hours and hours and hours of, effort
Yeah.
into like these full blown edited
Exactly.
things, right?
Yeah.
And I did this lip sync reel to this track, and it was a woman saying, we're not sad bitches, we're bad bitches, and let's,
Okay.
if you're having a bad day, like take a nap, pour your drink, get yourself right, let's go spread fuckery. And I was like, this is hilarious. and it took like 30 seconds for me to lip sync it perfectly. And then I stuck it in the can. It sat in the drafts for a while. But I was like, I'm working for Chanel. And I went through the whole thing of like, what will my company say if I'm swearing on the internet?
Yeah.
And the whole thing. And I was like, but I was like, you know what, this is me. And I'm like, just fuck it. Let me just put it out there.
Amen.
And I did. And bam, I went from 3,000 followers, and in a few months I had 50,000 followers.
Wow.
And all of them were like, we need T-shirts that say spread. So in my merch store, I have a shirt that says "Live, Laugh, Love, Spread Fuckery" because that's my brand. I mean, it was. But to your point, it mutated the cells. I mean, it took my brand, which was about style and beauty and confidence and all of that, but it added that mutation of, hey, this is who I am. This is my.
It made it more resilient.
You got
created
it.
even more.
You got it.
Taking a chance on yourself.
That was some deep shit, man. I didn't know it was.
He started.
I can't get too drunk because I got this one sitting next to me dropping some
you.
knowledge. I'm like, I didn't know I was going to be here, Carl Sagan. Let's go.
I try not to.
I love
hype him up
fragrance
too
too,
much
so.
because if I hype him up, we'll go to a million real quick. But people ask me sometimes, like, hey man, when do you want a podcast? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Let me find out when Amana's available. And they're like, fucking why?
Who's that?
and sometimes I get embarrassed because like it's my podcast, it's my place, it's what I'm doing. But like the reason I don't get embarrassed is like exactly, I make the fucking rules. The reason I'm asking if Amana can come because sometimes I don't think that much. Sometimes my brain's not there, and then occasionally it'll be like the exact moment when Amana's like, oh, by the way, do you know E equals MC squared?
And you're like,
wow.
dude.
Yeah. Like, so far in my life, I've made a lot of content, right?
Yeah.
And most people will say, I'll send them a video, like, oh, cool video. Oh my God, so much fun. Oh my God, XYZ, so cute, whatever.
Right.
We filmed DC Fashion Week, and then we came here and did a review on the outfits because I told him, like, hey man, like, I might need your help, but if you ever get bored, like, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do reviews on the outfits because first off, he is more fashionable than I am. I think.
I mean, I like fashion just in general.
Yeah.
He likes it a little bit more than I do. I do it because I like the whole process.
Right.
Production.
You're in
he
for the
likes-
environment. He's in for the detail.
Yeah, details.
Yeah.
He likes fragrances. He likes outfits. He likes
Styling.
mashing, all the things. So all the contrast that he offers, I was like, oh, you should help me with the camera, and anytime I don't need your help, you can sit there and do your thing. The reason it was so dope is because it was one of the first times that anyone's messaged me and said, I watched the whole video. I was like, what the fuck? That's fucked up.
Hey man.
Fucking bitch.
I mean, I think it's sometimes you need to know, like, I think it
Does
is
that mean
fun to
you've
have
never
someone to riff
watched
off
a
of.
full video before? Like,
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm joking. Like, thank you so much for watching the content we made. I mean, whether it was 4 seconds or
like,
4 hours.
Yeah, when you talk about people, they want to know your thoughts.
Yeah, for sure.
It was amazing because it wasn't just like strangers that were saying like I love to watch the whole video. It was like but my friends that were in the video, they were saying, hey, I watched the whole thing. I was like so honored, but at the same time incredibly insulted.
Yeah, well, hey, listen.
And I say I say this with all jokes. Like I'm very honored that people felt the need to tell me they watched the whole thing, but they never said that before, which means like, have you never watched my videos before?
Right,
or at least
but it lets you know you're like moving in a
on
good
the right
direction.
track. Exactly.
Yeah, that's
So we never ever do anything with the intention of getting people to watch it the whole thing and enjoy it and watch more of it. It's almost like we actually prefer sometimes when people say like this video sucks.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, if we liked it and you didn't like it, maybe that's why we did it.
Right.
Like we liked it.
Sure.
If you didn't like it, good. don't watch.
Well, yeah. I mean, not every Prince song was a banger. You know, I mean, like sometimes he just created for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the fun that we've had so far, which reminds or relates to kind of like the fact that video that you almost didn't post.
Yeah.
Some of the videos that we almost didn't do, like almost we were like, should we go out with a camera? Sure, let's go do it. And now we talk about it all the time.
Also, the good thing is that they have an opinion because that means that they watched it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Right.
At the end of the
It's
day,
hard.
like,
It's hard to believe.
It's an honor just that they even took the time out of their day to come up with an opinion on our video. So
That's the fucking dishwasher again.
It is.
I heard feedback and I'm
yeah, I was like, is that?
You know what misophonic is? Misophonic. Hey Google, describe misophonic.
On the website my.clevelandclinic.org, they say, misophonia is a disorder where you have a decreased tolerance to specific sounds and things you can sense related to them.
Pretty interesting, right? So
you see why I said he loves to
make sure that the audio is great. So like I hear feedback fast.
Exponentially.
That definitely
Intensely.
differently than most people do. Like if an ambulance was in the distance, the audience wouldn't hear it because
Right, but it's driving you nuts.
but it would make me go nuts, which is why sometimes in these podcasts that we've done, I'm like, and then I'm always like, what?
What is the matter with you?
What, dude? What?
Yeah.
But it's only bothersome when I'm like completely by myself
Yeah.
and I'm like just talking to myself in my head. But that bothered me a little bit. I was like, what's that?
Do we need to like open up the dishwasher so it doesn't continue to do that?
Maybe.
Is it how many
I mean,
cycles?
I
how
don't
many
want to
cycles
say
are
the
there?
obvious here, but maybe we should just fucking
Is
turn
it-
the dishwasher on.
Maybe there's multiple cycles.
Could be. Hi,
So-
everybody.
So on your
Alright,
channel,
Okay.
I'm okay for now.
Alex?
Thank you.
I'll eat a croissant.
Yeah, I had
Croissant.
one.
Croissant.
Croissant.
I woke
Merci.
up and I wanted a
Croissant.
croissant. So I went to the store that sells
Croissant.
and I got a croissant.
Croissant.
So are you TikTok savvy?
No.
Are you TikTok friendly?
I mean, I'm on there. I've got like maybe 15,000 followers on
Well,
there. but-
numbers are completely irrelevant.
I mean, I'm on there enough. You know, I have a presence, but not as much as I do with my Instagram.
Okay,
Again, I think the thing is I get so friggin' overwhelmed with all the different friggin' platforms.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I need to diversify and I need to be posting on all the other shit, but I'm like, I just effing mastered Instagram, and I just like, you know,
Yeah.
And if one is
My-
working, then
right?
My best advice for TikTok
Yeah,
is if you care about the video, don't do anything about it. Like don't post
right.
it. If you don't care about
Right.
the video, post it immediately.
Yeah,
Kind of like the video you talked about where you
Yeah.
accidentally went viral. TikTok is the place where
for
you're like,
grungy content.
yeah, you're in traffic and you hate it,
Right,
and you think of I hate traffic, and you just post it
right,
real quick,
right.
and you're like, why did that get 16 million views?
Exactly.
Because you didn't care,
Right, exactly.
most likely.
Yeah, well, it's much more organic, where I feel like Instagram is much more curated.
Yeah,
and
if someone
edited and-
if someone sees someone on TikTok that they're relatable, whether it's because they agree in the moment, I hate
Right.
traffic, or because they contrast the opinion, I love traffic, and it's hilarious that you don't love it.
Right.
It's almost the opposite of Instagram. Instagram, people want to agree, and if they do agree, they maybe might post
Yeah.
it. But TikTok is like, I only went viral on TikTok when I was like not there at all. Like my brain kind of like didn't exist during COVID,
Yeah.
and I was just like making videos and posting them, and then people were like, "This is the best video I've ever seen." I'm like, "Whatever you think is good, I agree."
Good.
Yeah.
So is it most of your content skincare,
Yeah.
like beauty based?
Yeah, I mean,
do you
it's-
do like
it's-
a lot of fragrance or?
I don't do much with fragrance. I don't
That
know
was
that
just
I would
good to
consider
know.
myself a fragrance expert. I think there's a lot more creators out there who are really diversified in their fragrance stuff. I mean, there's a
Okay.
few that I follow that I just absolutely love, and she talks about fragrances I've never heard before, so I'm not going to try to fool people into
Are
like.
they YouTubers?
Yes, I think she's a YouTuber, but she's definitely on Instagram. One that I
Okay.
follow that I love.
What's her name?
Olivia Olfactory, I think, is her handle.
Okay.
She's fabulous. She's tattooed up
Cool.
the neck and the whole 9 yards.
Oh.
Like,
Wow.
she's cool as hell. She's like super cool.
Oh, Factory's a cool.
Yeah.
name.
Olivia
That's smart.
Olfactory, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't talk much about fragrance. I mean, I talk about some of my favorites, but most of my favorites are, generic stuff that are easy to find. She talks about like fragrances I've never even freaking heard of before.
Like niche stuff.
Yeah, really niche shit.
Indie.
But most of my content is, yes, around, obviously I've got a beauty background, so there's beauty stuff, technique and tutorials and all of that, and product reviews and recommendations and that. And then some styling things, just I've evolved my style, and basically this 4-year platform has been about the evolution of my own personal style, because I went from something that was very structured, and most of the time in my job I had to wear all black when I was in cosmetics.
Oh, wow.
So, now I can wear color and prints and all the whole things, and so I evolved out of that too, and going from something that was really corporate, so now I can evolve into more of a street style vibe that feels more true to me at this stage in my life too. So I post about that, but really it's all about how those things pertain and connect to confidence. I think sometimes people don't realize that the outward appearance can really affect how you are walking around in the world and how you connect with people and how you interact with people. Like I always say, I know I feel different when I'm walking around in flip-flops and ratty sweats going to Target versus dressing up, putting on some makeup and going out the door. I just walk different, I talk different, I feel different.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this sounds sexist in my brain. Like
it's okay.
when they
I'll
question
correct you.
Okay. When girls don't dress with the intention of receiving positivity, compliments, etc. If you were wearing like PJs, and you then all of a stop! Why are you pointing it out? You trying to piss me off, man? I was doing so good.
Go ahead. Ask the question.
Okay.
I think this is a good conversation to have.
Being triggered.
God damn, you're just pointing it out. Okay. Just start singing.
Just stay with me. Okay. So they're walking out the door.
Okay. So if you were like your pajamas, and you're like, oh shoot, now I need to go get shampoo. I just ran out of shampoo, and you are in Target buying your shampoo, and someone says, "Wow, I really like your."
Right.
For this hypothetical, this stranger says, I really like your PJs. Mm-hmm. What's your mental response and what's your actual response?
Well, I think it's twofold. I think there's the assumption that I am dressing for other people.
Okay.
So I'm going to answer your question and I'm not correcting. I'm not correcting you, but I'm answering it from this perspective.
Okay.
Because it is a conversation in my community that, especially as women, I think we are often told, and Allie can probably chime in here and tell me what she thinks, we are often told that we are dressing for others. Yeah. Like, oh, she looks pretty, and oh, look, and then isn't she pretty, and oh, well, a guy won't find you attractive if you cut your hair off. And what will a man think if you constantly wear suits and you never wear a dress? Are they going to find you attractive if you never wear a dress or you don't wear heels? And there are all of these messages.
Who are you getting dressed up for?
Exactly. Why are you all dressed up? I'm going to the fucking. That was my other viral video. I was like, I'm going to the mailbox. What?
Yeah.
Right. It's that idea that women have to be dressing for other people to validate them. And my platform and messaging has always been to women: dress for yourself and what brings you joy. And when you walk out into the world, if it brings other people joy, fantastic. But as long as it's cool for you, that's really all that matters. But it's a breaking of that fucking messaging that we get from a young age. Yes,
you gotta mutate
from a very young age as a girl.
I think it's because I want to believe. The people that are just a little bit older than us, and by us I mean
you and Imani,
creative people.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how old you are. I don't give a fuck how old you are. If you call yourself creative, that means that you exist right before people cared about cameras.
Pretty much.
Like cameras and internet are almost equal fucking distant.
Right.
I mean, like the internet started being popular right around this time that cameras were kind of popular. Anyways,
the camcorders and all that.
Yeah, so like my parents are kind of the borderline between like, oh, you dressed up for yourself today and you dressed up because you want attention. Yeah. Like my parents are on the borderline.
Of course.
So I understand like that it's common for people to dress specifically because they're worried that someone might not compliment or not think they dressed. Oh my God.
Well, I think it's all of those factors, right? I mean, it's like we're often told, hey, when you go for an interview, dress for the job that you want, not for the job you're going for. So image does play a role in how the world views you, for sure.
Yeah.
And how the world interacts with you. But I also think for women to break that fucking message in their head of, you know, even if you wore, well, you shouldn't be surprised that happened to you because you walked out the door wearing what you wore.
Thank you for being very family friendly about that.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad, but
Right.
that's a very tough situation to describe to people, because like the only people that said like, oh, you got XYZ
Yeah.
because you dress that way are the same people that have never in their life been faced with any kind of problems.
They don't do it themselves. They don't dress
Right.
that
Right.
way
Men
themselves.
men
They
don't
realize-
men don't hear this. Men can
They're the
walk out
ones-
in a half shirt and fucking shorts like they did in the 80s when I was a kid. No one talked to them about, well, be careful going out dressed like that because people can't control themselves when you're dressed like that in your OP cut off fucking shirt and shorts. Like that wasn't a conversation for boys, but it was always a conversation for girls. Like if you dress like that, you shouldn't be surprised by the attention that you're getting.
I'm gonna say
if
real
you are
quick-
constantly getting, you know,
I gotta say, if you are the kind of person that says to somebody, you shouldn't dress that way, that's why XYZ, then you are probably the reason. You are most likely the reason. You are the person that would sell somebody, oh my god, you look fucking sexy today, and they didn't intend it on that. So you are the reason if you ever tell somebody they shouldn't be dressing that way because of that. That's what gets me. It's like the people that advise you, oh, don't do that, they're also the ones that would hit on you for dressing a different way.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
Very
I
confusing.
find it hysterical, especially like, so I'm recently single in the last year, and I'm navigating dating apps and dating people at 52 years old.
Wait, whoa, that's crazy.
And the whole thing, and I just find it ironic when I see all of these kind of bios from men who are like, oh, you know, enough with the filters and enough with this and enough with that. But you're also interested in all these women who are you know, with their asses in the shots and the whole thing. And it's like it's comical to me that there's so much emphasis placed on, oh, don't do this, don't do that for women. And I think that for me, it's been, even for myself, I mean, I have to correct myself when I interact with my friends' kids, I call them my nieces.
Okay,
I'm constantly reinforcing their smarts and their choices. And, you know, like, instead of saying, oh, your outfit's so cute, I'm like, ooh, I love all the colors that you put, you know, like that was very creative, the way you put your outfit together. Like, I'm trying to rewire my own brain because it was the first thing out of my mouth when I was younger. I'd be like, oh, you look so pretty. Well, yeah, we got to reinforce different things for women. Like, we don't do that with boys, really. It's not like, oh, you know, you look so cute in your outfit. No, you don't, you know, it's like, you don't hear those same kind of messages, and there isn't that.
Unfortunately, I am aware of the fact that I was complimented too much growing up.
Yeah.
I don't know when it started, but it started so young that I don't know when.
Right.
I don't know when I ever started. I can't pick an age where I attributed compliments to like things I like.
Yeah.
You know, I was so young when like somebody said like, oh wow, you look good, and I started being like, oh, that's because I did 50 push-ups last night. I should do 50 more tonight.
Yeah.
And then I started a journal of like, oh, tonight I did 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and 100 whatever. Like tomorrow I'm gonna do 110 more.
It happens to all of us.
Yeah, I don't even know when I started, which that's why some of the things around you, like the magazines, I used to I grew up thinking like, oh, well, if I was in a magazine, it would make sense because people would compliment me. Right. And now that I am in the magazines, people are like, oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, I remember it was funny. I was with one of my friends. This was years ago. Her son was probably like 14. And he had posted something on Instagram. And about 5 minutes later, he was talking about how he was taking it down because it hadn't gotten a lot of likes when he first posted it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like my insides went, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like there was that feeling for me of like, oh, is that what this generation is going to be feeling like? If I don't get an instant validation or an instant response, then it's not worthy. It just stopped me in my tracks. I was like, whoa, we got to be really careful with this whole social media thing because, to your point, like, oh, I got feedback and what did I do today that was different and I need to keep doing that. And it can get us in this cycle of I've got to look a certain way. I've got to do things a certain way. I've got to act a certain way. And if I don't get immediate validation, it means it wasn't good, or I'm not good. So that piece I think is so important.
Yeah, especially if you get a haircut or do something along like you change something that you think is going to be an improvement, and you don't get the appropriate reaction from it.
Yeah.
Like before this studio was this. I would change something, and then I would show my friends, like tell my friends to come over. Oh, because I moved my bed a little bit,
Yeah.
to the 5 feet to the left. I'm like, did you see? Like, yeah.
Right.
Sure. Like, fortunately, I've received so many, left and right things from being on the internet and being in public and things.
Yeah.
I don't really care what your opinion on it is. I'm glad that I got to show you. But when I get positive reinforcement from like, oh my gosh, this looks so much better than it did, immediately, yeah, it does, yeah, because you told me to change this, like oh my god, do you see the fact that like we put the turf on the wall because like, oh my god, you told me to, or like,
right.
If someone like a friend of mine told me that the couch would fit there, and now that it does, like I tell them all the time, like, oh my god, you're so right, because you told me to, fucking Hadley.
Oh yeah.
While we were podcasting with Nita,
right,
it was over there, and like, nah, you should put this over there. But it's interesting now. Like my life is better because I listen to like positive reinforcements, and like creative criticism, whatever, is just like part of.
It's part of it.
Yeah, part of like if you say something negative, I might unfortunately see it as positive.
Right.
And you're gonna be like, well, no, I was insulting you. I'm like, I couldn't tell.
Right. Yeah,
like,
for sure.
The podcast looks stupid. I think so too. Yeah, you're right. They're like, no, I was insulting you. Like,
yeah, no.
I agree.
Yeah, I spoke at an event yesterday, and it was part of what I talked about.
I'm glad you mentioned it up. I was so curious on.
Yeah, and it was funny. We were talking about negativity and getting negative feedback, and especially in a social media environment, people just swoop in. And I call them seagulls. They swoop in, they make a lot of noise,
Pigeons.
they shit all over everything, and then they leave. And so, and I remember seeing this young creator, she was probably in her 20s, and she said something about like, when you have those instances of people trolling you, you should respond on brand. And I thought that was such a great piece of advice, and it stuck in my head about this idea, because I can be a freaking dishwasher, man. Can you put the fucking dishes away or something?
It's like 12 cycles.
These dishes are going to be the cleanest dishes
Serious.
in the world.
It's going to be a deep clean.
I have no idea.
You're getting a deep clean.
Ridiculous.
But to your point, it was that idea of like, taking kind of sucking the air out of the room with, oh yeah, I know. I remember I was on a video one time, and it was when that trend was going around of like, you post the year that you were born and whatever, and I had posted something, and someone came in, she's like, oh yeah, look at her forehead, it doesn't even move. As if to imply like I'm juiced full of Botox and the whole thing. And I've never denied that I do it here and there, but I don't do it all throughout my whole face. And I saw the comment, and I got a little in my feelings, and I was just like, and I just laughed it off. I was like, I know. I'm like, it's funny. I don't have a lot of movement in my forehead naturally. I said, my mom is in her 70s. She doesn't have a freaking line on her forehead. Like, I get Botox here, and that's my thing, right? So I said this whole thing. I just was like, ha, I get it. Like, yeah, my forehead doesn't move. And she came back the next day, and she apologized publicly to my comment. She was like, I don't know what made me want to come for you, but something about you triggered me. And she said, and I'm so sorry. And I was like, sis, we're good. Like, all good. But to your point, sometimes and I talked about it yesterday, sometimes you have to just take what someone says and be like, I know, right? And they're like, but wait. And you're like, do not engage. It's, I think so much of it is just about the engagement. It's somebody just lobbing something up to you to see if you'll serve it back. And it's like,
if you don't feed them that energy back, then.
I think there's a what's the word? A myriad of different reasons. Like one of my favorite reasons is like, if I see a video that I desperately want to just like tear apart. Yeah. And then I realize that the person posting it is like 12 letters and like the 1, 2, 12. I'm like, oh, they posted this so that I would interact. And I'm like, I'm not going to just because I don't want to get 1 million likes on my hate comment on a video that's designed for hate comments. I don't want to come back and realize I'm stupid.
Yeah.
But the same exact thing has gotten me in big trouble when I want to leave a bad comment and I realize it's from the exact like it's a girl with like blonde hair and the handle is Jessica. I'm like, oh my god, she posted this. I'm gonna roast her. And then everyone below me is like, oh, you're just a hater. I'm like, oh fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
So
well, I think it's one of those things. I mean, I talked about it yesterday too. Is that it's easy to want to jump to your own defense when someone says something that kind of gets you in the feels.
Bugs you.
And you're like, hey, what the? And
Yeah.
I have my moments. Like I always laugh. I'm like, I'm from New Jersey, and I'm like, excuse me, let me tell you something about me. Look at this view. Hold my earrings. Hold my shoe. Like, but I think what winds up happening is that it also takes away from what I'm trying to do on my platform. And when someone gets you that way,
Bring light.
and when they hook you that way, and they get you to respond in a way that isn't on brand, so to speak, it takes away from your messaging. It takes away from your platform. And I have a lot of really dedicated, I don't like to say followers, community members that will swoop in and be like, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
they'll come
You
to my
don't even
defense.
have to
Like,
say
they're also
anything.
taking off their earrings, and I was like, you know what, don't engage. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want even you all to engage on
Do you
this
have, do you have a name for
because-
them?
What's that?
Do you have a name for them? Yeah.
My crew?
Yeah.
Yeah, glow getters we call them.
Oh, nice.
That
Yeah.
is really good. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah. But they'll swoop in, and I have like the subscriber group, the community.
That's so
within
good.
the
Yeah.
community are VIGs, notorious VIGs, which are
Nice.
very important glow getters. So but they're
Wow.
they're rabid about.
You're like a sniper. You're like, okay, I need a name. A handle.
Well, I was a word nerd. I was an English major in college. I was an English teacher. And
Okay.
So like I'm a bit of a word nerd, and so
Okay.
I like to do the play on words and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think that I've also called them off. I'm like, yo, don't engage with this shit because that's not what I want for you here either.
Yeah.
I've always wanted my platform to be about vulnerability, positivity, honesty, transparency, not always shiny and glossy because sometimes I boo-hooed on the internet and I never thought I'd be someone who would boo-hoo on the internet. But
Yep.
I want it to be I want it to feel like a safe space for people to come. And I don't want them to feel like they either have to defend me and I just don't want that negativity. I don't want that feeling for them. I don't go online and bash products or bash brands or I tried this and I think it sucks. If I don't like it, I'm like, yeah, it wasn't for me. Like, and I don't sit here and go, let me tell you why this sucks. I never wanted my platform to be about that because I don't like that energy. I don't want to create that energy. I don't want to create that kind of content. And I don't want my people to show up in my community and feel like they're going to find that there.
Right.
I want them to feel like it's just going to be like
Fine,
fun
good
and laughs
vibes.
and, and sometimes
Shit show.
foul language, but yeah.
Well, the shit show it is.
Sometimes
Sometimes a shit show.
Kentucky mules without
And
wine.
sometimes it's all the vibes you could possibly ask for.
Yeah.
So is there anybody out there that you are like wanting to make content with but you haven't had a chance yet?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't know if there's anyone specific, but I think it's about, for me, I think I do have my eyes on probably a podcast or a live stream, something at some point.
For yourself?
For myself.
Nice.
Okay.
Post, because I feel like that's kind of the next evolution for what I'm doing.
I think the videos that when you go live, that's basically the show that you are manifesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of would like to think that I'm a good example of like, don't try to do more than you think you like. I would love to have a corner over there of like 4 people. One's on graphics and one's on transitions and one's on this, etc.
Yeah.
But then I would have to like make sure that everything is ready.
Well, yeah. And
All
I think
that.
if you're a perfectionist, it's just you never get the shit going. Because
Yeah.
Because I feel that way. I'm that way. I want to be the person who goes to the golf course, puts the ball on the tee, and then hits it fucking 400 yards.
Hole in one.
Like I
Yeah.
want to hit it long and straight. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to dick around. I don't want to figure. Like I want to be good at it right away.
Yeah.
And I got in my head so much about creating content, because the challenge with social is that you also comparing yourself to everyone else. And when you're comparing yourself to everyone else, you're looking at everyone's greatest hits and not their full catalog. So it's this beautiful curated assortment of the shit that came out great. Like, I'm sure Allie's not posting the pictures where people's eyes are closed unless she meant to have their eyes closed. Like, you know, there's going to be those things of, hey, I'm going to pull down the stuff where it's not my best angle, where you can see all my chins. Like, you know, there's all of that. So I think it's important that we get to that place of not curating too much. What are you doing?
Your microphone has been dead for a minute. I realized I couldn't.
Okay.
But now I can.
You can hear me now?
But this is okay. So, one thing I haven't tried to describe is that, like, I would say like 1/3 of this is my excuse to like hang out with my people.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't on camera, or if it didn't appear to be on camera, like if I was just sitting here drinking and like eventually you realize I was not paying attention, you'd be like, why did I come here? Like, what are we doing? But
That's probably what half the people that are watching right now are saying.
Yeah.
But
the other 2/3 are the fact that, like, the only reason that I like to interact with people is because I like the fact that I've designed this like casual brain of how to do it, and then sometimes my ADHD will go crazy and I'll like actually enjoy what we're doing and I'll forget that something might not be doing well. Like currently.
And because also we're not really going for visual. We're just doing audio, so like we'll just start doing other stuff, but we're still listening, you know?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was just in the kitchen and I felt like I was still doing the podcast. Like,
Yeah.
because I know that
He's
it's
the
a
observational
podcast, so
one.
Yeah.
like
Should we
most
do you want
people
to do
are
a shot?
listening. Sure.
Okay, you can do your shot of your stuff and I'll do a shot of my stuff.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I just poured a drink, so yeah.
All of it?
The Casamigos? Yeah.
You've like finished it.
Yeah, there was not that much.
I'm saying, like, do you have anything else to do a shot of? Because I only have dark. So maybe pour that into a shot glass.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll do a shot.
Okay.
You're like,
Yeah.
why? Hold on, wait, ready? Ready?
I don't want to have to pour it. Dude, what are these little things on the bottom? Oh, it's like a
hi,
little...
everybody.
They used to have lights in the bottom, and they don't anymore.
All of the
Thanks,
lights.
Jill. That's so sweet of you to say.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name?
It's an amazing name.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
that's why I'm asking.
Actually, I might know. The answer to this,
Go
but
ahead. Go ahead.
my guess is that there was a part of your life where you weren't able to focus on your passion, and you had to focus on something else. And then when the right time came, the right time came where you were able to choose: do I want to focus on myself or other people? And you chose to focus on yourself, and you called it Making Up for Glass Time.
Yo.
She'll drink to that.
Yeah, well, I think, that was definitely part of it. I've always been a word nerd.
2/3.
Yeah, I've always been a word nerd. I was an English major, like I said, in college. And so I always liked the idea of a play on words. I wanted something that kind of sounded like a fun play on words. And I also thought, I knew it was going to be around kind of image and confidence and, kind of this glossed idea. So I kind of was thinking about, I was writing a bunch of different things down, and I was thinking of, first it was making up for lost time, because I also felt like it was what I was feeling at midlife, which is what a lot of women feel at this stage in our lives. We get to a place in like this 40s, 50s bracket where if you had a family, maybe your kids are grown. If you've been with the same person married, maybe you're looking at them like, who the fuck are you? Like the kids are off, they're off to college, they've moved out of the house. The life has changed. Maybe you've been doing the same job for forever, and you get to a place where you kind of look around and reevaluate, like, what the hell is going on here? Like, where did my life go? How did I get to this place? That went by in a blink. And this idea of lost time, this idea of, okay, I have been giving to it, especially for women. I feel like there's a lot of that sacrificing. You sacrifice for children, you sacrifice for husband to, do that, follow him, his career, those things. And a lot of women go through those feelings of sacrificing their desires and goals and wants and passions for someone else. And then you arrive at this place and you're like, I lost some time here. So I thought, well, this is going to be around that whole idea of this midlife pivot of, okay, what have I been missing? What did I used to love? What would I like to get back in touch with? What are the parts of me that I kind of left beside the road as I, followed this person and supported their dreams and left mine aside? And so I was thinking about lost time, and then the gloss thing came into play, and then it was making up for gloss time.
Would you say that also ties into like gloss, like lip gloss?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that idea of like, I knew it was going to be beauty content, but also too that just kind of that glossy kind of the image, just that whole thing of like putting on an image of yourself and how that affects all of it. So I wanted it to be around those things. I thought that the gloss thing would trigger that it would probably be around beauty and image.
That's a very me question, bro.
Yeah, that's why I went so quick. Because I was like, I know he's gonna say it.
It's a very me question. The coolest part is, depending on how you say it, it does sound like lost time because glossed
Yeah.
Making up for gloss. Yeah,
is as close to lost as it gets.
Yeah.
So you can say making up for lost time, and it still sounds like lost time.
It's a double entendre.
Yeah.
Or maybe
exactly.
triple,
Exactly
because-
that.
Yeah.
Because gloss, the character image part.
Yeah.
So then it's three things. So like the makeup part, the
You got it.
gloss part, and then the
That's what's up, Iman.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Picking up what I'm putting down.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what the part I would call this intermission. I don't exactly know how long it has been or how long we're planning on, but this is what I like to call intermission. Is there anything? Does anybody need anything? Do you need some water? Croissant?
Croissant. I'm good.
I might grab my
Should we
camera.
Should we do it?
Grab my camera.
Oh yeah, totally, absolutely. Allie is an amazing photographer.
I know.
She took photos during the honeycomb performance thing, and like it was like the perfect moment for him because he was like, oh we'll like capture some of it, and I was like, no, all of it.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite moments was when I asked you in your video, was this on your bingo card? Because that moment was actually, we used it in the full video, which is kind of funny.
Yes.
Like I knew that there was gonna be a lot of moments that I was not ready for.
Right.
I looked kind of dumb in some of them, but that was the point of like, we were just being ridiculous. Like I had no idea what to expect. I still understand how this is like this so
Everybody,
easy.
I'm going to go off live here because we're off the rails again.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the rest of it, go to YouTube. I'll see you all later.
Amen. And off the rails is where we exist.
Yeah.
Because like
That's where life starts.
Yeah, I mean like the honeycomb thing was off the rails. We were pretty much done. I was like, let's go on Omegle for a minute.
Yes.
But now the podcast can be just vibes, basically. Like the photos that we get from here are can be like promotional. So like when you share like the link to the full thing, these photos, if you don't post them, they can use as promotional. It's like even better than just like grabbing a random screenshot. So that's where podcast turns into like I really am not a whole lot sure what we're doing anymore. But that's why I love it so much.
Yeah, another random thing I was gonna say when you mentioned you wore all black at your job. I worked at Nordstrom for some time.
Yeah.
And when I first started working there, actually multiple people said this, but they were like, "Do we have to wear all black?"
Yeah.
Because the floor level usually is the makeup level.
Yep.
So usually, even if you don't shop at Nordstrom, you just assume all the
Totally.
people wear all black.
Totally.
But they were like, "No, you can wear whatever you want."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, for a while there, my whole closet, there was literally one entire wall was just black clothing. Everything, because that was what I had to wear for a good, 6 years of my career.
So that in terms of like cosmetology is why all black?
I think it's
like
just
a tradition.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a uniform. The idea is really about just kind of blending in, and I think it's easy to keep people in an image if you just say you have to wear all black. Because, because otherwise you never know what people are going to roll in with. Are they going to roll in Uggs? They're going to roll, so if you're like, hey, it has to be all black at least, and then everyone looks like at least they're in some kind of uniform. So I think that's part of it.
Working there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Also, all black is very production friendly.
Yeah, that too.
I wear all black for most of my gigs.
Yeah.
We just like disappear into the blackness.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Amani and I are like only different in the fact that I'm kind of crazy.
No.
Like publicly. he's only crazy privately.
Right.
Like in this area, he just kind of like is. Oh, yeah, wonderful. He's only as crazy as I am.
Right.
But when we go out, he does his own thing. Like, he likes to make sure that people are only thinking that he is the dumb one. And it's very funny.
Yeah, when we film.
But it's the exact opposite here. Mm-hmm. Like, he's like the smart one, I'm the dumb one. Which is pretty funny. Like, I don't. It's convenient because I'm not all that worried about what I say, what I do.
It's because like my acting is more my comedic side is more about acting, like my mannerisms and things like that. So it's easier to do that.
Yeah.
When I'm just speaking, it's easier to just be smart because I'm very sarcastic.
Yeah.
And so people can only tell if I'm being sarcastic by looking at my mannerisms.
Sure, totally.
But like if I'm just speaking, like people might hear it and be like, "Wait, what? Was he being serious?" And probably not. Like, but you can't know if you can't see my face or you can't see my mannerisms and stuff like that.
The podcast is a good chance for us to like. Occasionally we test improv here, but it depends on the guest.
Yeah.
So occasionally we do things like we'll try for the next like 30 seconds to do something improv that you won't realize that you're just gonna think that we're being dumb. But between now and the next like 30 seconds to a full minute, something will happen and you're gonna wonder or if we're being. I've already told you, so you might catch on. But like it's gonna be something.
Okay.
It's gonna be something like, the fact that like did you know that the Great Wall is not from Berlin? You heard this, right?
Oh, it was in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah.
Because the Great Wall of China, the Great Wall of Berlin, almost the same thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you wouldn't know unless you have visited both places. Like
I'm not drunk enough for this, guys.
That's okay. That's okay.
I think you all are on another level right now.
Not at all. Not at all. Unfortunately, improv is.
It's just
I'm all here for the yes and. I mean, I understand.
Yes and yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much of like, if I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep going.
We're just gonna keep yes anding it.
Mm-hmm. Yes and is like live improv.
Yeah.
Along the lines of like, do you know that cows don't produce milk? They actually produce almond milk, and then the way they get the milk from the almond milk is they filter out the almond part.
Interesting.
Which produces the milk. But that's why eventually people were like, dude, I'm tired of this. I want the almond milk aspect of it. Don't filter that out.
Got it.
So now we have also almond milk.
Gotcha.
Because they eat so many almonds that it's just in.
Next time I do this, I'm going to do weed.
Oh.
Okay.
We can do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We can do it right now.
I mean, I feel like you all are on another level where I should have had gummies and something because I'm just not.
Now that's the intermission.
Don't
exactly.
Don't get him started.
I will not be partaking this evening. I have things I got to do tomorrow, but.
Wait, improv has nothing to do with being under the influence of anything. Just under the influence of.
Spontaneity, randomness.
No, I get it.
Okay. All right. Well, now I want to.
Now he wants to.
Now I want to.
To weed. He wants to weed.
Well, I'm going to let you intermission that, and I'm going to leave you to it.
Okay, well, maybe this is a good place to just be like, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
I can't believe we finally made it happen.
I know, we did.
It's been 6 years in the making.
6 years, wow.
6 years, 6 whole years. If every month is a year, then yes.
6 whole years in the making.
Yes.
You know? Okay, guys. So for those of you that are still here with us, I don't know where the beginning was. I don't know where the ending is. But this is probably the ending, so that means that the beginning is probably where the beginning.
Where it all started.
Where it all started.
Yeah.
So for retention purposes, I'm gonna say thank you so much for joining us for TKAST Season 4, Episode something. Eventually, I'll know and I'll change the title so you can like chronologically follow them. But until then, Season 4, Episode something. Shout out Imani. Shout out.
Thank you.
Jen, aka Making Up for Gloss Time. Shout out to Ali for being both a guest and a photographer. Boy, oi. Wait, what did I say?
I said, oi.
Oi. Hey. All right, well, with that being said, love you.
About as close to the World Championship as you're ever going to get again. You got a full move is it? So look, that's where you do whatever you want.
Please don't sit.
Crazy, bro. Put your shit on, man. Put your shit on, man. Put your shit on, man. Put your shit on, man.
Nah.
Put your shit on, man. 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 Put your shit on, man.
What you should do is make like one beat, like pick one key, like do things that you can build off of, like
an update in the main.
Queer that you like listen to. You know, hypothetically, like this. Damn, so and then you like move this to like another part of the band. Because this also does like
It's a layer.
yeah, this also does like bass and organs.
So
Hello there. Yeah.
what is the layering? Like, when do you record?
You would also kind of have to tell me like, oh, this like if you were like, oh, I'm
So like, oh, I'm ready now.
oh, if you're like, oh, I'm feeling this, and I was like, oh, this is weird, and I would record it, and then if you're like, oh, I like it, and I'd be like, perfect, I caught it, or you'd be like, yeah, that's weird. Like, this, it's just like, the creativity should come from like, I like this, and like, if I was hypothetically right now, if I was like, I really like
That's too much.
Until you start. If you did that whole thing again,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, fuck, I fucked that. Then
Oh,
you know,
okay.
you'd be like, you didn't get it. You know, if you do just this. Oh, you probably want it recorded.
Yeah.
Because in your mind, you would do.
Question for you. You hear me?
Yeah. What's up?
I once stole a fake SMB.
So what?
You're done finishing the beat. Finish in 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 the finish in the beat. Finish in the finish in the beat. 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 Finish in the finish in finish in the finish in finish in the beat. 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 Like we're gonna add like drums and shit. Like drums and shit, 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 like drums and shit. Finish in the beat, finish in the beat, like drums and shit. Finish in the beat, 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 like drums and shit, like drums and shit, like drums and shit, like drums and shit, like drums and shit. Like finish in the beat, like drums and shit, like drums. Do you know how to make it?
Huh?
So do you know how to make a beat?
No. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Bro, I'm not even waiting. I'm thinking like there's some YouTuber who's gonna like cook up something crazy. I'm sitting here like, yo, bro.
I'm so offended. I'm so offended.
Bro, I was just staring at you. I'm like, wait.
I learned from the greatest.
Yeah, who's the greatest?
Do you know who Honeycomb is?
Nah, I don't know who Honeycomb is.
You don't know who Honeycomb is?
No, sir.
Sorry.
I'm in love with the emo girl.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. That was so much fun. Yeah, I mean, especially because hopefully if she's a photographer, she'll ask you.
Yeah,
Because,
I
Natalie
feel
does
like she would have a really good audience.
network.
back there.
If you send her your rates, you can just tell her that you do those rates, and there's no reason. It goes all the way same way. If someone asks you how much it costs to get on the podcast, I give you a part of it.
Hi, how's it going?
It all goes around this.
It's going. How are you?
Yeah. Do you think want some water before you go?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Living the good life.
I'll walk to the elevator. Keep busy. Or at least press stop. Press stop. So don't get like damn. The door's unlocked, right? Now we just have like normal amounts of fun for like I don't know until you're ready to go. Yeah. That was a fun like crash. Like it was a fun like awful podcast. I wasn't expecting it to be perfect, but I wasn't expecting it to be that bad.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad, but
I think once we started talking to her, it was good.
yeah. Once you realize that we actually do have some questions, I am drunk enough for this though. I should do like one. Okay, maybe.
I wanted to get some food, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, like McDonald's or something? No, I just had McDonald's recently.
Yeah, I had it for breakfast.
Oh damn, that's the next level.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean up because otherwise I'll forget. You like croissant?
Yeah, sure. I should probably actually eat something, but.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna tell her, damn. Chocolate got the short hair.
She got her hair? That's awesome. This can be your mic now. That's so cool.
Cause she was the one that was talking to her about it, remember?
Now, yeah. At the bar.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I'm like all out of batteries now. All these batteries are out. Crazy. Probably because I've been using them all for podcasts. But it's about time to like, get some sort of job that pays for this. I need to get some sort of job that can keep me here. I've done enough things where if I change this up, like if I change the look, it would, someone might actually think that it's not the same place. It was hilarious though that someone was like, "It's not your video."
Like they couldn't tell you were in your studio?
I mean, the funny part is like, Honeycomb hasn't posted that moment yet. I'm assuming they just like saw Honeycomb and they're like, oh, that's Honeycomb. This is Honeycomb's video. But if that's the case, who are the other people? And it's not Honeycomb's studio. So like, I'm only confused about them being confused. Like, they make me want to ask them. Like, if they're like, oh, that's not you in the video, I'm like, oh damn, I feel fucking honored. Because either you're not a Honeycomb fan, you just like pretend to be a Honeycomb fan, or you're such a fan of the Wink that you don't know who I am.
You just know the brand.
Like you don't like that's fine with me, you know.
Right.
If someone came up to me in public and they're like, "Yo, dude, you stole the Wink shirt," I'd be like, "You know the Wink and you don't know me? That's so cool."
Yeah.
Wait, like, what about me do you not recognize? You only listen to me or some shit like that?
Right.
Or like, what? How would someone ever hear of the Wink and not me? And not see, like, that's like, that was the goal when I started in college.
Yeah.
That somebody might be like, oh, dude, you're not the Wink. I would cream myself.
Is the brand.
Yeah, if somebody saw me and was like, no, it's cooler than you. You know what I mean? Like, or if they're like, oh, dude, cool, where'd you get that? Like, did you buy it from him? I would literally cream myself. If someone didn't recognize me but recognized this,
Yeah.
shit, I wouldn't know what to do. That's never gonna happen. But it'd be so cool. Okay.
You never know.
Never. Glasses or your iPad? We're gonna find out. You can do that with, I think.
Did you just say our cock?
Yeah.
What?
What's going on with your eyeball? What happened? Your eyeball? Give me deeds.
I have a problem with my eye.
Your eyeball? That sucks. I'm sorry. Your eyeball?
It does, yeah. It sucks.
Is that me echoing, or are you doing that? My God.
Cool, right?
Bro, you could be going around.
I got it, Captain!
What?
I got it, Captain! I got it, Captain! I got it, Captain! I got it, Captain! Can we use a different word than IR? Wait, you should record this. Okay, hold up. Let me think of a word. Wait, should I say no, you're listening to all your friends. Okay, you ready? You ready?
I think so.
Nigger. Oh shit, there's a box in the back. That's white, never mind.
You know, it's really frustrating when you like try to.
Can you do it?
It's really frustrating when you try to do something fun and then
I made it
normal
fun.
people turn out to be not so normal.
No.
But sometimes I call myself normal, and then I realize I'm not normal. So I understand that you might not consider yourself normal, but it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating when you see someone and you're like, oh, this person's gonna be fun, and you find out that they're actually like the devil's Satan. Like this devil's like
The devil's
reincarnate.
hot, so.
That is really unfortunate.
But you didn't make this. You didn't make the song.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that's because I hope you get hit by a car.
But what did I do wrong? I have the past. I identify as black.
That's why I hope you get hit by a car.
So you're racist. But I identify as black and I'm a light skin. I'm allowed to say it.
Good.
My dad's black. My mom's white.
Good.
My dad's side of the family is black. My mom's side of the family is white. I'm light skinned. I have the past to say it.
Good.
Do you want me to say it again just to clarify?
Sure, yeah.
Nigger. I have the past to say it.
Nice.
I'll give you the pass to say it if you want to.
I do. I don't say it.
You can. I live too. See, it's black, just like me.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, right? So can you make the song now?
Sure.
Thank you. Where's the... Where's the word?
What is that?
I said all that for nothing.
What is that?
I say what's it called? The word I wanted to put in the beatbox and you didn't put it in there.
What is that?
This fish, bro. That's why I got one motherfucking eye.
What is that?
Such a bad game. Yo, you are a nigger. I'm gonna say that right now. You with your double eared self. With your nasty ass hairline and your one motherfucking eye.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What is that?
What she meant to say is that, oh, I was just gonna be funny. Yo, what the fuck? You're scaring me. Shiver me timbers.
She meant to say that she's not going to college. By everything she just said, that's what she meant to say.
True.
You see me? Yeah, I ain't about that.
Not like you don't say that word 24/7. God, he's got big ass ears.
You're so mean.
He's mean to me, so I hope I get hit by a car when I identify as black.
Oh,
Fuck.
we get to see your friend? He looks like Drake.
He looks fake.
He is
looks
fake.
like Drake.
He's fake.
He is fake.
But only because you're fake.
That was a horrible...
Finally. Thank goodness. Finally.
What? Oh, true. I do want to just like hop in when something starts to happen on the keyboard.
it'd be more fun if you just playing it randomly. I think.
It's gonna take a minute.
It's hilarious everyone's making fun of your eye patch.
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Yo, what's up, man? How
Yo.
you doing?
Yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
Did Hitler have a patch?
This is my voice? Yo, 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 yo.
Boring. I am, however, in this movie. Do you like Twix?
That is a fucking sick setup. That is actually dope as fuck.
Thank you, sir.
Dude, this is dope as hell. Bro, fucking Snake? Damn, bro. Bro. Alright, here. I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a beat with.
Pretty fire, yeah?
Yeah, bro.
Twix.
Here, I want you to make a beat with this. Here, I want you to make a. Here, I want you to make.
What's up, boo?
I'm gonna go for your eyes. That's how you your eyes. 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 Yeah, put that. Yo, I'm a skull fuck you. I'm a skull fuck. I'm a Meow, meow, meow. Come on your face. Both sides. Oh, I'm just going for a keyboard.
What's up? That was fun. That was hot.